Oh, what is the upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast. We're on episode 108 of my little wrestling show, where once a week I go through all of the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on in both of those companies storyline-wise, and at the end of the show, I give out my 3 stars of the week, going to my 3 favorite matches that I witnessed with my eyeballs. And when there's a big old pay-per-view like there was last week, the Royal Rumble, I will have an extra pay-per-view review episode out to review that pay-per-view. So you can go back, listen to the Royal Rumble, or better known as the Royal Rumble. So you can go back and listen to that. And let's dive into this week's review, starting off with Monday Night Raw. They were in Tampa, Florida. And we are kicking this show off with Pat McAfee. He is joining the Raw commentary team full-time with Michael Cole. And there is no person in the world more happy than Michael Cole to have Pat McAfee back with him. He is a very happy man, so not bad. You know, I'm fine with Pat McAfee. He's all right. He definitely works really good with Michael Cole and makes Michael Cole a lot better. We move on. It is CM Punk. He is in the ring with his arm in a sling. Oh no. He announces that he tore his tricep in the Rumble. So that leads me to wonder if that is why Cody Rhodes won the Rumble. I wasn't going to say it was 100% that CM Punk was going to win it, but it was 100% between CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. And I'm just wondering if Punk said, fuck, my arm's torn, I better not win this, or it's going to be pointless, so just have fucking Cody Rhodes win it again. Anyway, it appears that CM Punk's WrestleMania dreams are over for this year, which sucks. McIntyre arrives, says that his wish came true. CM Punk is injured, just an animal. Punk tells Drew he's coming for him as soon as he returns. McIntyre attacks CM Punk. Here comes Sami Zayn to the rescue, sends Drew retreating for now. Punk having injury issues for a while now. In his AEW run, he was dealing with injury problems as well. And now it's transferring to his WWE return. And it sucks. I mean, yeah, it's going to suck having the huge return of CM Punk, and he's not going to be there at Mania. That sucks. So, but still a good promo here from CM Punk. And I also enjoy Drew McIntyre's, ruthlessness. He takes that knife and he just twists it. I love it. We move on. It is the Undisputed Tag Team Championship match. Judgment Day, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor defending against DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa. We got an avalanche white noise by Ciampa, near fall right there. DIY meet in the middle on Finn Balor's head, but Damian Priest makes the save. Gargano smashed face first in the table. That looked very pleasant. We got a Razor's Edge and the coup de grace by Judgment Day. They pin and they retain the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Really good effort here from DIY. The crowd was super behind them, which is great to hear. Judgment Day rallied back without any outside assistance. That is also very good. And I like this match. 7 out of 10. We got Judgment Day all together now in the ring. Damian invites R-Truth to come to the ring. He tells R-Truth that he isn't in the Judgment Day, and JD McDonough blasts Truth in the back of the head. Miz runs down to help, but he is outnumbered as well. Judgment Day beat down Miz and R-Truth. I do feel bad a little bit here for R-Truth, not being able to join the Judgment Day, but I discussed this, I think it was last week, that I think having Judgment Day around R-Truth, though yes, it is highly, highly entertaining, I don't think it's doing very good for the Judgment Day group to make them kind of goofy and funny. They need to be taken seriously, and I think that's what they're going to be moving forward with, which is the right call. Moving on, we got Shayna Baszler and Zoe Starks going up against Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Niven and Green hot start. That is shut down quickly by Zoe nailing a Z360 on Green for a quick W. Ending honestly felt kind of abrupt, out of nowhere. I don't know if someone got hurt maybe, but just didn't feel right. Really short match. Green and Nevin pretty solid with what they had, I guess. And Zoe, oh my goodness, that Z360, so smooth. God damn. Thumbs up for that Z360. We got the 2024 Royal Rumble winner, Cody Rhodes. He's out there asking Tampa what they want to talk about. Cody is ready to choose Roman Reigns as his Mania opponent, but world champion Seth Rollins interrupts, suggests fighting him for the championship instead at WrestleMania. Seth says the World Heavyweight Championship is more prestigious than the Universal Championship. I mean, he's got a point. Roman is never around defending it, unlike Seth is. Another good point. Cody says he will think about it. Very compelling arguments here from Seth. That would make a great match. I mean, Cody versus Seth, that'd be great. But kind of got to have Cody taking that title off of Roman, right? That's what we got to set up for. But we'll see. We'll see. Interesting. Great segment right here, though. I really like that. Thumbs up. We got Jey Uso going up against Bronson Reed. Uso avoiding the tsunami, Jey using super kicks and a spear to take Bronson off of his feet, nails a frog splash, pins, and defeats the big Bronson Reed for the big dub. Yeet! Pretty solid match right here overall. And we have the new guy. It's Andrade El Idolo. He is signing his contract backstage with Adam Pearce. Nick Aldis arrives. He is disappointed that Andrade will not be joining SmackDown, but he takes a phone call from Braun Breaker. Ooh. So are we teasing Braun Breaker coming to SmackDown soon? That'd be pretty key. We got the Intercontinental Championship match next. It is Gunther defending against Kofi Kingston. Kofi's dive caught by Gunther, who throws Kofi really hard into the side of the ring. How you doing? Kofi nasty double leg drop from the top rope, multiple stiff lariats, a waterboy drop kick, and a big ol' power bomb to Kofi, and Gunther pins and retains the Intercontinental Championship. Kingston, a super resilient effort right here, taking lots of stiff Gunther offense, fighting back with his own stiffness, which was impressive. Another strong match from Gunther. I really dig the chemistry here with Kofi, Xavier. Give me more. I'm into it. Crowd was also into it. 7 out of 10. Good match. Imperium jumped Kofi after the bell. Xavier Woods runs down to assist, but Imperium take Xavier Woods out as well. Oh no. And then we move on. Sami Zayn is interviewed. He says he has beef with Drew McIntyre, and he's going to give him a reality check later on tonight. Now it's the Kabuki Warriors, the women's tag team champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane, going up against Tegan Nox and Natalya in a non-title match. Natalya hot tag going to town, wants to tag in Nox, but Tegan decides, I'm going to go after Kairi Sane instead. Kabuki Warriors regroup, insane elbow, and the champions win. Didn't like the flow of this match at all. A quiet crowd, just not that good of a match. Moving on. 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner Bayley with Damage Control are in the ring. Bayley rightfully bragging about her Rumble performance lasting 63 plus minutes. Damn! And that is beating Rhea Ripley's record from 2 years ago, I think. Anyway, Rhea Ripley comes out to address Bayley, but gets blindsided by Nia Jax. Damage Control watches in horror as Nia destroys Ripley in the ring with an Annihilator. Nia tells Bayley Ripley ain't gonna make it to Mania. Damn. Damage Control ditches Bayley as a terrified Bayley says, it's all good, Nia, I'll just make my announcement on Friday because I'm way too fucking scared of you. So yeah, pretty good segment right here. Ripley versus Nia Jax along the road to WrestleMania. That should be pretty fun. But will it end up being Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, or Io that Bayley ends up choosing? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I'm still banking on like the implosion of Damage Control and Bayley emerging as a babyface again. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. And we got the main event match is Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre. Zayn with a nice rolling powerbomb and a tornado DDT. McIntyre with the effortless deadlift sit-out powerbomb and an avalanche white noise. How you doing? Sami Zayn with the haluva kick. It's blocked by McIntyre, accidentally hitting Sami Zayn in the nuts. Oops. Drew hits a Claymore pins, grabbing a big W. Really good back and forth match right here. Both guys hitting big offense. Couple of nice near falls. And McIntyre talking shit during the match is always a good time. Drew didn't seem to hit Sami on purpose, though. He just threw up his hands, he tried to defend his face, and Sami's nuts hit his hands. So, I don't know, it's kind of just a happy accident. Good match, though. 7 out of 10, and that's the show. I thought this was a really good follow-up show after the Royal Rumble. It does suck that CM Punk won't be at WrestleMania. That was going to be one of the big things, but it is what it is. It happens. I thought they did a good job with both of the Rumble winners, setting up interesting paths ahead of them leading up to WrestleMania and who they're going to choose. They got some good options. And also, we had some good segments in the show as well. And other than that Tegan Natalia versus the Kabuki Warriors tag match, some pretty damn fine wrestling throughout as well. 7.5 out of 10. Really good episode of Monday Night Raw. We head over now to NXT. We got the Dusty Cup Tournament second round kicking off the show. It's Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams versus the LWO, Wild and Del Toro. We get some wicked dives to the outside by LWO. Really nice. Trick hits a double book end on the LWO. That was also wicked. Williams nails the running knee on Wild, pins, and wins. Trick and Mello heading to the finals, baby. Another good match here for the Dusty Cup. LWO, great high flying. Kind of sad that they aren't advancing, but the future looks pretty bright for these two. Trick much more prominent in this match than Mello. I think that's by design to kind of try and give Trick a little bit more of that spotlight, which is good with me. Del Toro also got to shout out his thunderous chops on Trick. Those were some nice chops right there. And it's a good match. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Could have been better if it, I don't know why they set it up before the tournament even began that it was going to be Trick and Mello in the finals. They basically confirmed it. And it's kind of taken away from the tournament as a whole for me because it's so obvious that Trick and Mello were going to the finals. And yeah, I wish they didn't do that. So yeah, anyway, Obafemi brutally beats down LWO because Obafemi can do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. Lexis King, Ava Raine, and Ridge Holland have an interaction backstage. Ava was actually pretty solid in this segment. She, not bad. Probably the best thing I've seen her do. And, you know, it's not saying a lot, but it's there. NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria finds Tatum Paxley backstage to tell her she can't be attacking people in her honor. So, all right. So Lyra joins commentary for Tatum Paxley's match versus Roxanne Perez. Roxanne nails the Pop Rocks for a quick W. Lyra stops Perez from attacking Tatum after the bell. As this odd Tatum-Lyra Valkyria relationship continues, match in the ring was very whatever. It kind of felt more of a storyline situation here. And overall, I don't know, the storyline's like, it's not really doing a lot for me. Tatum is pretty good though, but we'll see where it goes. Now we have Elektra Lopez versus Lola Vice. Lopez nails a spinning back kick, picking up the W over Vice. Honestly pretty disappointed in this one. Very quick. Didn't feel very much bad blood between the two here. They just betrayed each other and broke up. And I didn't feel a whole lot of heat or tension in this match. I don't even know if this feud is going to continue after that. It kind of seems done. Lopez beat her, fair and square. Not much more to go on with. So we'll see what happens there. Now we got Joe Gacy. He enters Dijak's office. They chat for a moment, and then they brawl. I have to ask the question, though. Why does Dijak have an office, and why is his office a detective interrogation room with that little lamp in the middle? What the fuck is going on back there? Anyway, we move on. Ridge Holland going up against Lexis King. Ridge hits a hard lariat to the back of King's head. Gallus runs down, and Ridge just fights all of them. No disqualification. The match continues. King nails a super kick, hits a spinning neck breaker, and defeats Ridge for the W. This match, honestly, I don't know if I rarely ever say this, but this match could have used less time. A little bit too long, just a lot of strikes, holds, very standard match right here, really nothing crazy. And Gallus whooped Ridge's ass after the bell. So, I don't know. I still think Gallus is going to just bring Ridge in, man. He's one of y'all. Just make it happen. Stop beating him up. Now we got Carmelo. He is talking with Trick backstage, reassuring him that he's had his back the whole entire time. Trick seems to believe Mello, and all is well, apparently. So we'll see where that goes. Now we have Chase U in the ring together for the final time. Duke plays a awesome tribute video, all the great memories. Mr. Chase flipping his shit in the classroom back in the day was so good. Thumbs up for that video, super good. Here comes JC Jane and Thea Hale. They arrive to announce it is not over yet. Chase U will live on, but how? A Ladies of Chase U calendar will be released. The sales are going to save Chase U. Hooray! All right, that's awesome. Chase U's living on. Great news. Thumbs up. And the celebration is interrupted backstage. Lexis King is hitting on Thea Hale again. Riley Osborne defends Thea Hale, and then Thea accidentally blurts out that I like Riley, and then she just runs off in a panic. So pretty funny moment right there as well. And yeah, just really happy that Chase U is sticking around. It's a great gimmick. Like, I like the whole thing, and I don't think it's done yet. So keep it going. I'm happy. Now we have a video from the family giving a little more background on Rizzo and her story. Dawn and Stack's going to defend their tag team titles and retain them at Vengeance Day. Oh, moving on, it is Brooks Jensen. He finds Fallon Henley backstage. He's already bringing up all the good times that they had as a squad with Briggs. Fallon is like, yep, and she leaves for her upcoming match. And Brooks is just standing there like, oh. So, yeah, they definitely don't have anything for this guy. We move on to the match, Fallon Henley versus Ariana Grace. Jakara Jackson comes down, distracting the referee, while Lash Legend blasts Henley with a big boot. Legend rolls Henley in for Grace to pin and grab a free W. Henley was in full control until the interference went down. She was throwing some nice strikes. Ariana, entertaining performance here. The match was, it was okay. We got Dijak, and Gacy's brawl has made its way onto a very tall trailer thingy. Dijak takes out the trash, throwing Gacy off of the trailer into the garbage bin. That's my boy. You're a freaking animal, Dijak. An animal, I tell you. I love this guy. Thumbs up. We got Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker backstage. Corbin impressed with Breaker's Rumble performance, but also sad that Braun didn't call his wolf dog homie to come to the Rumble as well. Breaker so excited that Baron is calling themselves the Wolf Dogs, and a bromance has been born, y'all. I love this team. I love this dynamic. The chemistry is off the charts. Thumbs up for the Wolf Dogs. Now we move on to the NXT Heritage Cup Championship match. Noam Dar with the Metaphor defending against Von Wagner with Mr. Stone. Wagner showing off some new technical abilities, an arm drag, and a frickin' kip-up. Wasn't a good kip-up, but he did it. Wagner, distracted, eats a running kick. Noam Dar grabs the first point. Wagner's knees are getting targeted, getting really beat up. Dar avoids a corner spear, rolls up Vaughn for another pinfall, and Noam Dar wins 2-0, retaining the Heritage Cup. Better than expected performance here from Vaughn in this match style. Not really something I think he would be very good at, but he wasn't bad. Noam Dar doing his thing, solid performance from him, and a solid match. We got Mensa. He is trash-talking Mr. Stone's kids in the crowd. Von Wagner absolutely destroys Mensa with a huge old powerbomb through the announce table. And oh man, that table absolutely just demolished. Such a glorious destruction. God damn, that was nice. We got Trick Williams and the NXT champion Ilya Dragunov having a face-to-face. Trick confident he will double dip at Vengeance Day, win the Dusty Cup, and become NXT champion in one night. Ilya, with some respectful intensity, starts playing some mind games with Trick, confident that he will bring the best out of Trick Williams at Vengeance Day. Both men shake hands, and then they get jumped by Corbin and Breaker. Carmelo Hayes runs down to help, but he is also beaten down. Great face-to-face segment right here. I cannot wait to see what goes down at Vengeance Day, man. It feels like all the cards are in Trick's hands right now, but he could also lose it all and win absolutely nothing. So it's going to be a really, really fun Vengeance Day coming forward. Thumbs up for this segment, and that's the end of the show. An enjoyable go-home NXT heading into Vengeance Day. I will say that the wrestling was most definitely on the back burner, but they filled it up with some banger segments. I mean, the Dusty Cup match was really good. The rest of the matches, though, were just like okay to solid-ish, but lots of strong segments. The Chase U stuff was great. Dijak and Gacy's brawl was really good. And the ending face-off with Trick, Mello, Dragunov, all that drama has been really well done. 7 out of 10 for NXT. And before we get to AEW, let's do some more predictions for NXT Vengeance Day coming up on Sunday. So let's see what we got here for the match card. We got Baron Corbin and Braun Breakker versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams in the finals of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Oh boy, this is a tough one. My heart, I really want Corbin and Breakker to win it because they've been such a treat together. But Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, I mean, if they're going to pull the trigger on Trick, you're going to more than likely have them double dip and win this tournament. So, but then they can have a huge falling out with Melo. They've done a really good job coming into this. I have no idea what they're going to do here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be bad, and I'm gonna vote for everything's gonna go bad for Trick Williams. So I'm gonna go with Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker gonna win that match. Lyra Valkyria going up against Roxanne Perez, singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. Gonna go with Lyra Valkyria. More than likely, Tatum Paxley's gonna get involved, maybe help her beat Roxanne, but I'm just gonna pick Valkyria. Retains. Obafemi versus Dragon Lee, singles match for the NXT North American Championship. Gonna go with Obafemi. He just got the championship. New guy. If they take it off him already, it's not going to look good. And I feel like Dragon Lee is going to be making the move to the main roster, so I'm gonna pick Obafemi. Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams, singles match for the NXT Championship. Gonna double down on the Trick Williams thing, not gonna happen. Though I am down for it happening. I don't know. Something doesn't feel right with Carmelo in the background, so Ilya Dragunov, gonna go with him retaining. We have the family. It's Tony D'Angelo, Stax Lorenzo, and Adriana Rizzo versus Out the Mud. Price, Nima, and Jada Parker with script, 6-person mixed tag team match. Gonna go with, hopefully the family wins that one. I'm gonna pick the family. And we got Dijak versus Joe Gacy, no disqualification match. That should be some pretty fun stuff right there. They had a pretty good brawl on NXT. That's a tough one. I'll go with Joe Gacy because it kind of seems like they're trying to do something new with him. He's going to want to pick up a victory on pay-per-view if they're going to want to try and push him into something else. So we'll go with Joe Gacy. So there's the predictions for the NXT pay-per-view. And now we will go over to SmackDown before we get to AEW. Almost forgot about good old-fashioned SmackDown in the Alabama. We have Wade Barrett and Corey Graves. That is now the SmackDown commentary team. Pretty interesting selection here because Wade Barrett, Corey Graves, they're kind of the same thing. Former wrestlers, more on the heel side of things in terms of their commentary style. They're both just, I don't know, I didn't really notice them that much. I didn't really pick up who is the play-by-play and who is the color guy. They're kind of both color and play-by-play, so I don't know how long this team is going to last. I prefer Barrett over Corey Graves. Never really been a Corey Graves guy. He's not bad. He's just not really for me, but that's the commentary team. We kick off the show with the United States Champion, Logan Paul. He cuts a promo bragging while the crowd boos the bejesus out of him. Kevin Owens interrupts. He is not upset that he got caught with the brass knuckles at the Royal Rumble. He is still hunting for that United States Championship. In this promo, I thought Logan Paul was actually pretty good. Kevin Owens seemed very annoyed with this whole situation, just being involved in working with Logan Paul. I can't tell if that's him doing the gimmick or he's just legitimately very annoyed. I really can't tell. I would go on the side that, I mean, if I was in Kevin Owens' shoes, I'd be very annoyed myself. So that's what it looks like to me. And then Logan Paul joins commentary for Kevin Owens going up against Austin Theory with Grayson Waller. Got a nice spin-out powerbomb from Theory. Waller slides the brass knuckles in to Austin. Owens steals them, clocks Waller, nails a stunner on Theory. Kevin Owens grabs the victory. Solid opening contest. Theory still doing a lot of innovative offense along with Grayson Waller. They always seem to try and come up with a different move every week. I'm digging that. And Kevin Owens, a nice performance. Nothing crazy, just classic Kevin Owens. And Logan Paul, pretty okay on commentary, trashing Kevin Owens most of the time. And Logan Paul takes off running when Kevin Owens comes over to address said trash talking. So there you go. We move on. Legado brings back Elektra Lopez to the group. Their goal is to still take down the LWO. So there you go. You got teams of 3 with a lady in there. I dig it. So Legado versus LWO. I like it. I mean, let's get some more matches in there, build up that heat, and it should be some good stuff. We move on to the number 1 contenders Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. It's Pretty Deadly Wilson and Prince versus Dunn and Tyler Bate versus Legado, Garza and Humberto versus the LWO, Wild and Del Toro. We got Dunn and Bate assist LWO with that springboard launch, wiping out Legado and Pretty Deadly. So freaking awesome. I like that he's like, do you want to go viral before? So that's some good stuff. Legado hit a nice assisted powerbomb. LWO dual dives to the outside, and Selena takes out Lopez as well. They're fighting with each other. Dunn and Bate hit the dual Tyler Driver pin and win, earning themselves a future tag team title shot. Yeah, man, well done. Chaotic 4-way tag team match right here. Dunn and Bate look great in this match. Really, for me, it's like not necessarily a dream come true. A dream come true would be Pete Dunne, the world champion, but I like these two. They're connected now on the main roster, looking really good. They're getting a shot at the titles. I am happy. Legado and LWO were impressive, building up their feud like I wanted, and yeah, not bad. And you got Pretty Deadly in there, bringing the entertainment. I liked it. And they're nice over-the-top selling. That's some good stuff, too. Really good match right here. I enjoyed this. 7.5 out of 10. We move on. It is the Women's 2024 Royal Rumble winner. It's Bayley with the Damage Control. They are welcome to the ring to make their decision for WrestleMania. The crowd at this point is going nuts for Bayley. That is awesome. Bayley calls out Damage Control for talking trash behind her back the whole time. Damage Control attack Bayley. Bayley fights back using a lead pipe. Damage Control retreat, and Bayley chooses Io Sky for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Oh, baby, yes. I actually feel like they nailed this Bayley babyface turn that has been in the works for quite a while now, with Damage Control talking shit, treating Bayley like shit for the last few weeks. We were building up this big turn, and bam, there we go. Crowd was going absolutely nuts. Like, they couldn't wait. Like, they were already cheering for her before the turn even happened. I think we can all kind of see it coming, but man, it was great. I thought they did a great job. Crowd loved it. I loved it. I'm very, very happy for Bayley. She has probably been maybe the MVP this year of the women's division for WWE. She's been excellent. So I'm very, very happy for her. This was a great moment. Thumbs up. Now we get to a trios tag. It is the Final Testament, carrying Cross's group and AOP going up against Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. But wait, both squads start brawling with each other before the bell. Scarlett is stopped by B-Fab from Hit Row, remember that? She's apparently teaming up now with Bobby Lashley and the Profits. We don't get a match, just a decent short little brawl. I don't know. B-Fab though, again, I keep thinking that these Hit Row people were all gone, but apparently they're still here, except for the one that's in TNA right now for some fucking reason. But yes, I guess she can fit, B-Fab should fit in pretty well with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, but didn't really get much of anything out of this segment right here. I guess. Moving on, it is Tiffany Stratton versus Michin Mia Yim. Yim tries a code breaker variation in the corner. Doesn't hit it clean, but it's a cool idea. So she was trying, she set her up in, the Shattered Dream situation. So she's got Tiffany's legs up on the ropes, and then she tries to hit her with a code breaker, which, sounds like it'd be devastating. She just didn't hit it right, but maybe next time? Stratton nails a nasty Alabama slammer in Alabama, then hits the prettiest moonsault, pins, and wins. Solid short match. Tiffany looking really good. She's building up that momentum, and her future looks really bright for a main roster run. That's what I'm feeling they're gearing up for here. And then there's Mia Yim. I'm a fan of her. I think she's really good. She just hasn't really been having a great run with the WWE. We move on. It is Roman Reigns with the Bloodline. Roman is addressing what Seth Rollins said last week on Raw. Roman Reigns fires back, says Seth wears his wife's clothes, brags about how much more money and fame he has than Seth, and here comes Cody Rhodes. He arrives, tells Roman he's coming for him, but not at WrestleMania. Out comes, if you smell, it's The Rock. Roman and The Rock, they stare off with each other. There's no exchanging of words, crowds going nuts, and that's the end of the show. Bam, man. Pretty good follow-up SmackDown after the Rumble. There was a lot of recaps and fluff in this show. I was skipping through a lot of stuff on this SmackDown. Logan Paul and Kevin Owens, I'm not a fan of this storyline, not a fan of Logan Paul being the champion. I like Logan Paul in the WWE, but not what they're doing with him right now. I thought he was actually pretty good this week. Kevin Owens, I don't feel the mix between these two, man. Like, I'm not feeling it. There's been better people that Logan has worked with before. Right now, I'm just feeling frustration out of Kevin, and I'm not really feeling this feud. Not a lot of wrestling on the show. That 4-way tag team match, that was really good. Everything else was just kind of whatever. But we get some good segments. The Bayley damage control segment, though I feel a lot of us saw it coming, it was still executed very well. The crowd is 100% on Bayley's side here. And then ending it with the Roman and the Rock segment, that was a very electrifying moment. No words, but yeah, so it looks like we're set up for Seth, Cody for the championship. We got The Rock and Roman for the championship, Bayley and Io for the championship. So that's some pretty big fucking matches right there set up. I actually prefer the idea of Cody versus Seth over Roman. I really I don't know, if it was Cody and Roman again, I almost feel like they're just gonna make Roman win. And no, I feel much better about Cody being able to go over Seth. I don't know, Roman, they protect the guy. He's just not, I don't think this guy, I think they're seriously going to try and break like the Bruno Sammartino record and have Roman hold it for like 17 years. So we'll see where it goes, but I thought it was a pretty alright SmackDown, 6.5 out of 10. We'll go now to AEW. We got Dynamite. They're in New Orleans now. I feel like WWE just rolled through there, so now it's Dynamite. Kicking off this show with Jon Moxley versus Jeff Hardy. Oh, buddy. I mean, Jeff Hardy's been getting in some pretty nice matches right now. Let's see how this one is. Oh, he's also with Mad Hardy. Hardy throws Moxley into some luchadors that are watching in the crowd. I don't know where they're from. Jeff throws a chair at Moxley. The referee just allows this, so all right. Moxley shoving things into Hardy's earlobe hole. That's just fucked up on very many levels. Jeff's whisper in the wind landing was quite funny. He just lands right on Moxley's head. Seems like everyone's okay. We get 2 twist of fates. Jeff Hardy misses the swanton. Moxley locks in the choke. Jeff Hardy passes out and Moxley wins. Referee, like I said, very lenient with the rules. I'm down with this. That's all good with me. Hardy, another really good performance, but he cannot grab a win right now. He's putting on some good matches, no wins to show for it, though. Moxley, hard-hitting, good opening match right here, 7 out of 10. Moxley offers Jeff Hardy his hand, and Hardy just flips him off. Moxley's face was priceless. He's like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, oh my god. Matt Hardy, just on a different level right here. And then the luchadors from earlier, they attack Moxley from the crowd. Huge brawl breaks out. What the fuck is going on there? Who are these luchadors? I don't know what's going on here. I'm confused. Moving on. Hangman, Adam Page versus Toa Liona. So this is Swerve's pick. Swerve and Hangman get to pick each other's opponents this week. And Swerve goes with Toa Liona. He's part of Gates of Agony. And he has not lost a singles match yet. So let's see how he does. Leona charging into Hangman, sending him into / over the ropes. Look pretty interesting. Page nails a dead eye, but Leona is up before Adam. That is crazy, and then hits him with a headbutt. That was pretty awesome. Toa then misses a moonsault to the outside, hard landing on the floor. That looked very painful. Hangman hits a moonsault to the outside. Leona Samoan drop is countered into the crucifix pinfall. Hangman picks up a big W. Toa, impressive on his own. He showed off very crazy durability, like getting up before Hangman on the Deadeye. That was a lot of fun. And Hangman, of course, good performance and match. 7 out of 10. We move on to another match. It is Wardlow with the Undisputed Kingdom versus Commander. Wardlow throwing Commander all over the ring with some hella power. Brother is getting height over here. Commander rallies, hits a Phoenix Splash. Wardlow catching the knees on the head on that landing looked, again, very painful. Wardlow seems to hurt his knee, still puts down Commander for a very dominating victory. And really entertaining match, watching Wardlow humming Commander all over the ring. That was a lot of fun. kind of a squash match, but Commander did get in some offense, so I don't know, a variation of a squash match. But well done, I did dig it. Roderick screams and yells at Commander. Here comes Orange Cassidy and the Best Friends. They arrive to confront the Undisputed Kingdom. Roddy and the boys run off like a bunch of chickens. We move on. It is Darby and Sting. It is Sting. They go face-to-face with the tag team champions, Big Bill and Ricky Starks. Starks says he has a vendetta on Sting because Sting beat Ricky in Sting's debut. Damn. Things escalate quickly. Ricky throws something at Darby. Sting calms it all down, and everything's relaxed, and they separate. Ricky and Darby really, really good in this segment. They were fired the fuck up. Bill and Sting, not bad. Definitely, Big Bill's not the best on the mic. He's not bad. And then Sting is Sting. He can do no wrong at this point. So, pretty all right. We move on. Is Chris Jericho going up against Kyle Fletcher with the Don Callis family? Fast start out of the gate. Both men throwing some live rounds. I mean, holy shit. Fletcher hits a mean Michinoku driver, and here comes Powerhouse Hobbs. He hits a cheap shot on Jericho, ruining the Lion Salt. How dare you? Fletcher attempts a brainbuster from the top rope. Really scary looking bump here for Jericho. Like kind of that brainbuster into the ropes. It's a scary looking move, and it was scary looking right here. Fletcher then dives into a Judas effect, and then a top rope Judas effect. Chris Jericho pins and wins. Chris really stepping up in this match. I mean, he's always good, but he really stepped up here for Fletcher. Fast pace, stiff fight, big bumps. Really good match right here. Hell yeah. 7.5 out of 10. We got the Ring of Honors Trio Champs, Bullet Club Gold, and the AEW Trios Champions, the Acclaimed. They're in the ring having fun with each other, throwing out some catchphrases and bringing out the cardboard cutouts of Juice Robinson. Both squads gun scissor with each other, and yeah, just an entertaining little moment right here. Good stuff. We move on. It's Timeless Tony. She joins commentary for Deonna Purrazzo versus Taya Valkyrie with Johnny TV. Johnny trash-talking Purrazzo, allowing Taya to hit Deonna with a spear onto the stage. Fight gets near the announce table. Tony gets knocked over. It's carnage. Deonna locks in a really cool-looking submission that looks like it hurts a lot. Valkyria taps out. Purrazzo grabs another W. Fine match right here. I will admit that Toni Storm absolutely stole the show again on commentary. She is so fucking entertaining. Love this gimmick that she's doing. She's all in right now on it, and it is excellent. Thumbs up for Tony. We move on. It is the Young Bucks. They confront Darby Allin backstage, and Bucks doing this like good cop, bad cop kind of gimmick, but like HR. I don't know if I'm really digging it. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about the Bucks right now. They're just kind of in this weird space. So I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We move on. AEW champion Samoa Joe joins commentary for the main event match. Swerve Strickland with Nana going up against Darby Allin. Wait, not Darby Allin's pick. Hangman Adam Page's pick. Do you know who it is? It's RVD, baby. The whole fucking show. Rob Van Dam. Let's go. Hangman announces it's also hardcore rules because why the hell not? It's RVD. Swerve immediately eats a chair right to the face, thrown by yours truly, Ronald Van Donald. Freaking awesome. Thumbs up for that. I sometimes call Rob Van Dam Ronald Van Donald, so sorry about that. Swerve powerbombs RVD onto a chair. Brian Cage interferes with Rob. Hook runs down, hits Cage with a chair. They're out of there. Rob perfectly placed chair throw knocks Swerve off of the top through a table. 5-star frog splash misses. Rob landing onto a chair. Swerve kicks a chair into Rob's head. Nails a stomp from the top with RVD's theatrics on top of that. Pins and defeats Rob Van Dam. Damn, dog. RVD not missing a beat. Pulling out the classics. You got the Rolling Thunder. I was missing the Van Daminator, but you got him throwing chairs ECW style, so that was cool. Fuck yeah, man. RVD looks so good. Swerve, it's Swerve. He's good as always. Great match. Extra points because RVD's the fucking man. 8 out of 10. We got Hangman Adam Page. He comes down, gets in Swerve's face. They start trash talking with each other. Swerve wants one more match to prove he's deserving of the AEW title shot and not Hangman. That match will go down next week, and that's the end of the show. Lots of good wrestling on this Dynamite. They need to work on pacing, though, man. Like, they started out with 3 straight matches, very similar in feel, and nothing to break it up. So I was already kind of gassed with Dynamite. Like, 30 minutes in, you already got 3 matches. Like, you gotta mix it up a little bit better than that. And whatever's going on with the Young Bucks, I can't really get a gauge on how I'm feeling about the Young Bucks right now. They're a little bit annoying, but we'll see where it goes. I'm not dead with it yet. You got Toni Storm on commentary. She was entertaining. You got the Scissor Club thing that was entertaining, and of course RV freaking D, man, looking as good as ever in your main event match. 7.5 out of 10 for Dynamite. And now we slide into Rampage, still in New Orleans. We're kicking it off with Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn versus Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin. Cassidy moonsault to the outside, lands on his feet, and then he takes a crown from the fan, and then nails a rolling stunner, and he continues to wrestle some of the match with the crown on, this big, goofy crown. Fucking awesome. Thumbs up for that. Dante hits an awesome spin-out slam, pins, and Top Flight grabbing the W. Good opening match, Top Flight working really smooth, nice high flying, and Cassidy having a lot of fun out there. I mean, a lot of fun. 7 out of 10, good opener. We have Sammy Guevara. He says that he is now medically cleared, and he is putting a target on the Don Callis family. Better watch back. We have Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett backstage. They're still fighting with each other. It's been kind of the same thing for, a month now? It's just they're arguing, but there's no blow-up. I'm waiting for something to happen. Like, I just want them to blow up, but I don't know if they're waiting for Jay Lethal to get more over with the crowds again. I don't know what's going on. Don't like it. We move on. Ricky Starks and Big Bill, the tag team champions, going up against Dark Order, Reynolds, and John Silver in an untitled match. Also, Evil Uno is out there. Ricky goes off on a hot tag, nails a boss man slam. He walks the ropes old school style, hits a wicked Rochambeau on Johnny Hungy. Starks and Big Bill pick up the W. Another pretty solid tag team match right here. Dark Order, nice performance. Really like that powerbomb that they did onto the knees. That was a cool combination move. Ricky was dominating this match. He was excellent. And I don't know, Big Bill took the night off or something. But yeah, pretty solid match. We move on. It is Willow Nightingale with Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, who is very upset having to support Willow Nightingale. He's got the sign. Statlander is like forcing him to hold it up and cheer for Willow. Fucking good shit right there. And Willow is going up against Queen Aminata. We got a mean boot in the corner and a German suplex from Aminata. Willow avoids the hip attack, nails the cannon bomb, hits the big ol' sit-out power bomb, and Willow grabs a W. Another good performance here from Willow. And Aminata, I mean, she keeps having nice matches, but she is still looking for her first W in a long time, so let's get that W. Statlander and Hathaway were hilarious on the outside. Like Statlander, like forcing Hathaway to clap, that was good. Solid match overall. And then the Outcasts meet Willow and company backstage. Hathaway gets bitten, chaos ensues, and a match is set for next week. Funny little moment back here. I'm digging this Hathaway thing. We have the Best Friends and the Undisputed Kingdom. They confront each other backstage. They settle on having a match with each other next week. And now we get to the main event match. 8-man tag team match. Matt Sydal, Christopher Daniels, Menard, and Parker versus Mystico, I'm going to butcher these names, y'all. Mystico, Dorada, Volador Jr., and Heshero. Heshero? I don't know. Heshero. This guy's cool. Anyway, these are the masked wrestlers from earlier in the show. They're from CMLL, the Mexican wrestling promotion. We get into the match. Wicked springboard arm drag from Mystico, and he hits it nice and clean. I remember Mystico as Sin Cara. He had a ton of hype when he came into the WWE, and then proceeded to have one of the most botch-filled runs in WWE I've ever seen. He broke my heart, and I was very sad. Now, Heshiro, he does this unique rolling pinfall on Daniels, and Team CMLL grab the W. All Christopher Daniels for Team AEW. I barely noticed the other three guys at all throughout this one. And then that's the CMLL guys. That squad was dope, man. I didn't get to see a lot of everybody, but we got a little taste of everyone. That Heshiro guy was really unique. He's got this cool look, this like magician fucking gimmick. I'm digging that. Mitsuko, nice clean wrestling. That was nice. Pretty solid match right here. And that's the end of the show. An alright Rampage. They squeezed in 4 matches again in an hour. 3 out of the 4 of them were tag team matches, so I got a little bit worn down by the end of the show here. Lethal and Jeff Jarrett, that thing needs to end. Please and thank you. I couldn't give one less of a shred of a shit about it. So, yeah. But I am liking what's going on with Hathaway and Willow. This, love-hate relationship. That's cool. And the CMLL Luchadors were pretty damn cool. Not my favorite Rampage this week. 5.5 out of 10. And we finish it with Collision. They're back in Texas. And we got the Continental Crown Championship on the line. Eddie Kingston defending against Brian Keith, who is from Texas. Eddie thrown hard into the steel barricade. Kingston slapping the shit out of Keith, man. He connected with 7 solid slaps. Made me laugh. Brian Keith nails a Liger bomb. We get a near fall right there. Keith eats a spinning back fist and a Saito suplex. Keith now smacking the shit out of Kingston's face. Eddie back fist out of nowhere, pins and retains the Triple Crown. Goddamn, what a war to kick off the show. Relentless stiff strikes from both men. Texas boy Keith, man, showing off his ridiculous toughness. Wow. And Kingston, another great title match. This was awesome. 8.5 out of 10. We got Tony Schiavone. He announces Brian Keith is all elite. And damn right, after that performance, I've only seen a handful of matches from Brian Keith, but so far, really good. I don't know, he's kind of a mix of, Mick Foley, The Undertaker, and, something else. I dig this guy, though. Really, really good match. We move on. Moxley cuts a promo backstage on the CMLL Luchadors that attacked him on Dynamite. Moxley assures them it was a big mistake, and you better watch your back. Good Moxley promo right here. I'll give that a thumbs up as well. And now we get Heshiro with his really cool entrance. He's got this little flame on the ground and then he shoots it up into the air. Really cool like that. And he is going up against Bryan Danielson. Let's fucking go. So Heshiro rolling Bryan around the ring with multiple surfboards. I think that move is called. I don't know. It was just ridiculously impressive. Thumbs up for that. Danielson battles out of a very unique submission hold from Heshiro, and then Heshiro gets out of the label lock. Both men trading counters. Danielson roll up, Heshiro pins and wins. Yo, this Heshiro guy is sick as fuck. He's got this really unique moveset and style, very cool gimmick, very enjoyable to watch in the ring. Awesome technical wrestling match right here. Lots of smooth counters, submission holds, crazy near falls. This was a great match. 8 out of 10. Heshiro not happy. He lost the match. He attacks Danielson after the bell. Claudio chases away Heshiro, saving Danielson. We move on to a 2-on-1 match. Hook versus the Outrunners. Hook gets outnumbered early. He fights back with multiple suplexes, locks in the Red Rum, and Hook picks up a quick W. Squash match with a 2-on-1 twist. I like the Outrunners. They're fun, but, squash match. It's whatever. We move on. Mark Briscoe is interviewed in the ring with Tony Schiavone. Briscoe not impressed House of Black tossed him off of the stage through a bunch of tables last week. But Briscoe, he got back up, he kept fighting, and they won the match. House of Black appear on screen. Malachi is gonna eradicate Briscoe. The lights go out, and everyone is spooked. Good fired up promo here from Briscoe. Got the crowd nice and riled up. Yeah, effective. Thumbs up. We move on. Serena Deeb going up against Queen Amanita. God, they love using Queen Amanita. Will she get a victory? Nasty hip attack from Queen. Misses the corner boot. Deeb spinning neck breaker. Locks in the Deeb lock and Amanita taps out immediately. Deeb now with 2 wins in a row since her return. Really solid back and forth match right here. I'm feeling sorry for Amanada at this point. Wrestling a ton, still can't find a victory right now. I'm rooting for you, Amanada. It's coming. We got Shivani. He announces the rankings are out now because the rankings were around. We have the basically power rankings, and then they went away, and now they're back again. I didn't even notice that they were gone, but I've always enjoyed the rankings. It makes a lot of sense. Anyway, Swerve is the number 1 contender currently for the AEW Championship, ranked number 1. That's, oh, fuck yeah. So Swerve with Nana doing his dance. That's some good shit. They get interviewed by Shivani. Swerve wants the championship, but he's going to have to go through Adam Page again before he gets a shot at Samoa Joe. I mean, he doesn't have to. I think the shot is his, but he wants to prove it to himself that I can go through Hangman and, do whatever I have to do to prove to everybody that I'm the best. Really good promo here from Swerve. Thumbs up. We get a quick little Tony Storm segment. That's just an automatic thumbs up right there. We move to Red Velvet versus the debuting Vert Vixen. Velvet double knees to Vixen's back. Velvet stirred up kick. Looks really bad. The camera got a really bad angle and she missed it by a lot. Anyway, Velvet grabs the victory here. And yeah, this just felt like a quick tossed in match before the main event. Not really good. I didn't get really anything much out of Vert Vixen. It was maybe a minute and a half, maybe 2 minute match. So yeah, not much to say here. Now we move to the main event. 6-man tag team match. The Patriarchy, Christian, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch, also known as Luchasaurus, going up against Danny Garcia, FTR, Dax, and Cash Wheeler. Garcia wins the dance-off versus Wayne. That was good. Dax super backplex Wayne, absolutely breaking him in half. Christian shoves Garcia off of the top ropes into a Wayne's World. That was impressive. Garcia speared by Christian, gets saved by Dax. Garcia roll up on Wayne, pins and wins. Outstanding performance here from Nick Wayne. Absolute workhorse, selling his ass off all match long. He was very prominent in here. Damn near breakout performance in a 6-man tag team match. Rather impressive. Strong heel work from the Patriarchy throughout the match. I enjoyed that they managed to not have Killswitch in the. I don't even know if he got into the match legally once, but he was still, doing his thing out there. So that was good. Match was very long though. Too long for me. It did have good rallies from FTR, classic, and especially Danny Garcia, who was also great in this match. Bit too long for my liking. 7.5 out of 10, still really good. And that's the end of the show. Really good collision. Wrestling was on point on this show. I was getting a little nervous that 3 stars was going to be a little bit light, but Collision came in at the end and really beefed up those 3 stars. So I appreciate that. Better job with balancing the matches and segments. The main event was too long. I feel like they should have gave Vert Vixen's debut match a little bit more time just so we can see who the hell she is. The way that it came, they announced her like she's going to be a member of the roster, not just like a squash match person. And she basically just got nothing out of it. So I felt bad for her. They should have gave her some more time. Good promos on the show from Moxley, Briscoe, and Swerve. Yeah, I really enjoyed this collision. 7.5 out of 10. We go now to the 3 stars of the week. We have a couple of shout-outs here before we get into the 3 stars. I want to shout out Jericho versus Kyle Fletcher on Dynamite. Just felt like one of Jericho's better performances of late. It's not that he's been bad or anything. It just seems like he really stepped it up for Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher, if you have not seen this guy, he's going to be something. This guy is very, very talented, young, and yeah, I have a lot of hope for this one. Good match against Jericho. And I want to shout out the number 1 contenders. Fatal 4-way tag team match on SmackDown. Showing off what is becoming a pretty nice looking tag team division in WWE. I think both sides, Raw and SmackDown, doing pretty well, building up some tag teams. We get DIY in this match, finally starting to get some momentum, which is nice to see. So I wanted to shout out that match there. And now for the official 3 stars of the week. 3rd star goes to, which was the 1st star at one point, Swerve Strickland versus Rob Van Dam on Dynamite. Good match right here. Now, I gave it a little extra boost because I'm a huge RVD guy, and I just love seeing Rob Van Dam do his thing, and he's still so damn good at it. Had a great match with Swerve, which was also a hardcore match, so getting to see RVD throwing the chairs, ECW style, a treat for me. Really enjoyed that match. Good enough for the 3rd star. 2nd star goes to Bryan Danielson versus Hishiro on Collision. My first experience watching Hishiro in a singles match, and I was very, very impressed. Really cool entrance, cool gimmick. He's got the fire going, and this dude is a technical wizard. Like, he was right there with Danielson. Smooth counters, really good submissions, cool submissions too, and a unique moveset with that luchador, but also technical. Very enjoyable match. I know technical matches aren't for everybody, but this was very impressive. Good enough for the 2nd star, but the 1st star goes to... It's going to Brian Keith versus Eddie Kingston on Collision. Absolute war right here. So many stiff shots. The chops were just thunderous. Good back and forth battle. Brian Keith showing off how tough he is. Kingston, I think we all know how tough he is, but he was hanging in there. Very enjoyable match. And on top of that, Brian Keith officially becoming All Elite, signing a contract with All Elite Wrestling. That is awesome. Just a cherry on top for a pretty damn good week of wrestling. So there you go, everybody. That is the show. We'll be doing a separate pay-per-view review for Vengeance Day that is happening tonight. So I'll watch it, review it, hopefully have that episode out for your pleasure for tomorrow on Monday, so you can check out that. And yeah, everybody, that is the episode. Thank you so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Make sure you want to be even more awesome, just hit the rating button, the like button, whatever you got to do. It takes a second of your time, and boy howdy, does it ever help me out, the little guy over here, just trying to make his way in the endless ocean of podcasting. But there you go. So last episode of the GXWrestleCast just did another modern review, did Dave the Diver, and hoping for the next episode we'll mix it up, probably do a list video, top 10 something or other, so send in suggestions if you have a top 10 you would like me to do. I'm kind of thinking of doing like my top 10 favorite franchises currently, just, I don't know, to let the viewer, the listener, know a little bit more about my personal tastes in video games currently, so maybe something like that. I have another top 10 underrated games I can do, stuff like that. So if you're interested, just send a message and all that great stuff. Twitter is available. All those links are in the description. There's a YouTube channel. I upload all these episodes onto that YouTube channel, Gamer GX Videos. The link is in the description. Great place for you to drop a comment, hit a like button, you know what I'm saying? You want to send in a question for the WrestleCast, like Gyran Sponge did. We got a question here, and the question is, what do you think of Roman versus The Rock? Great question. Thank you for your question, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun. Now, what the outcome is going to be, I mean, I was talking to my wife about it last night. I'm starting to lean towards the side now. If they're going to do Rock and Roman, main event WrestleMania for the Universal Championship, I'm starting to think that they're going to triple down with Roman and this championship reign, and he's just going to continue onward. The Rock is too unpredictable. I have no idea what that guy's doing. Is he coming, he said he's coming back to wrestle 1,000 times and then proceeds to leave for numerous years, but then sometimes he does come back and he actually stays and he becomes a champion. So what kind of run are we getting out of The Rock this time? I have no idea, but at least we're finally going to get that Rock-Roman match. I don't think it's going to be the greatest match of all time. You know, Rock isn't an everyday wrestler, neither is Roman anymore. So, but it's going to be huge business for the WWE. Probably their biggest WrestleMania match they can promote since John Cena and The Rock. So, and we kind of know how that went down. It was a lot more hype than there was sizzle, I guess. The matches were fine, but yeah, I'm excited for Rock Roman. I'm curious to hear what you think about Rock and Roman, everybody. And yes, so thank you so much for your question. That's awesome. Send them on in, y'all. Get your question answered live on the podcast. That was a ton of fun. And yeah, so there you go. There's a Twitter page. You can go follow all that stuff. HockeyCast, like I said, last week I did the Eastern Conference report cards. So this week on the HockeyCast, going to be doing the Western Conference report cards. All-Star Game is all done now. Some big fucking trades just went down, so it's going to be a pretty beefy HockeyCast, I would say, this week. I feel that is safe to say. And yeah, so there you go, everybody. Yet again, thank you so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you're having a good week and everything. These podcasts help you with whatever is going on and all that stuff. So be good out there, and we will be back again with some more GX Plus Cast.